Well, good morning. Saturday. It was 15 degrees below zero yesterday, and we're trying to get everything running today, and that tractor is not starting. The block heater must have finally just completely given out. I got Colby heading home to get a Nipco heater, put on the oil pan. We do have two John Deeres running, which is making the red one look pretty sad. Green's winning today. And then we've got a bunch of snow chunks in the corn. Plugged up the first pit that they dumped into. They got that broke loose, so we're up and running, but it's very slow start today. 15 below, like I said yesterday, with a 24 below wind chill, and today it's supposed to get up to 33 degrees above. But it can't warm up fast enough for this today anyway. Slow start. Hopefully it's a faster finish. Well, not good. They just said on the radio they got alarms going off everywhere in the elevator. Leg sensors. Backed up at the pit. Got 3 wagons running today. Finally got Old Red running. Ended up being gelled fuel filters. I thought we had plenty of additive in there, but changed her out and she took off. This is one of our problems today. Purpose froze down up there on top of the pile, and then these chunks slide down into the corn, and they got to clean them off the grates in the elevator. Smashes up a little bit of them, but not many. Get some big ones. I've been throwing the big ones back there. Hopefully they melt this week. Supposed to warm up. Can't get the tarp off. It's froze down to the pile and got 2 inches of ice on top of it, so it's kind of slowing us down today. Finally got the 2 pits running. We're still waiting. Pick it up faster than they can dump it because they're having trouble with the grates plugging up with the snow. Well, they got the dryer going 30 degrees above. It was 15 below yesterday, so probably a good day to dry. Getting the snow and ice melted out of the corn. Yeah, waiting on wagons. That's gonna be the theme this pile, waiting on wagons. Saturday, we don't have any trucks in here today, but dealing with the chunks and ice, snow, having a hard time getting it through the grate and the pit. I think this is going to be a long pile. Well, 4:17, they're shutting her down at 5. They want to quit at 4:30, so they got a chance to clean out their wagons. Can't blame them. Saturday night, I'm sure they got plans, so we're going to be wrapping it up, probably one more load and call it a day till tomorrow, 7 to 5, Sunday. Well, we're shut down for tonight, Saturday night. We're trying to get all these chunks of snow off the tarp. I'm going to see if I can get myself up this thing and cut it and then pull it off with the excavator. We got most of it to slide down off the tarp, which is good. I am out of shape. Can't hardly walk on this tarp. It's like walking on ice. Might need some oxygen up here. Yeah, that's me breathing heavy. Just gonna cut her. Try not to get hit by that ice up there. That's the overhang ice. Joys of doing a pile in the wintertime. It's hard to do one-handed. Anybody want any tarp? We got plenty of it. Tarp for sale. Just gonna show you all this snow that comes off of the was on the tarp. And it is all ice out here. Hard to even get traction with the excavator. There's all the ice off that one little section of tarp. I'm gonna go throw some fuel on her and call it a day. At least we got some running tomorrow without any ice on it. Hopefully that really speeds things up. Corn looks pretty good right there. Fueling. You can see tonight, maybe it ain't so dark out. Isn't so dark out. Proper grammar, come on. Well, we're slowly putting a dent in her. Got a little bit of hot spots in there, not too bad yet. A lot of corn to be in a pile. Get good ventilation in it. I think a lot of it's going south and southeast to cattle feeders. The way it sounds, all going out on rail. They got 100-car rail here, loaded in 15 hours. It's gonna take about 5 to 6 100-car trains to get rid of it. But I'm gonna sign off for tonight. See you guys tomorrow. Sunday morning. At the pile. We got the first round of wagons out. We got all that tarp moved. Last night I was showing you. He's been moving some ice. We'll be moving that way later today. But like every day, not every day, it seems like they're having leg issues getting the belts to align. It's just so cold, chunky, snowy stuff, throwing their belts out of a line. Part of a corn pile, I guess. Now Corey's over there running an excavator. I put the rock bucket on the skid loader here, brought that down. What we're doing is we're trying to get the snow that fell off the tarp onto the corn. Actually works pretty good. Corn falls through and you get all the big chunks. Works pretty good. If anybody needs an idea about how to get snow and ice off a corn pile, rock bucket. Well, we'll see if it starts today. We've been having trouble with it starting. I don't know if it's the glow plugs or the block heater, I'm not sure. Oh, took off today, that's a good deal. That's awesome. Good way to start the Monday morning. Morning from corn pile. Windows are finally starting to unthaw. Very high humidity. Overnight, a lot of frost. Windows, mirrors, everything's frosted over. Supposed to get up to 34 degrees and then rain this afternoon. So that'll be interesting. But we're getting quite a dent in her. Long ways to go though. I haven't asked them what the bushel total is that we're at right now, but probably 1.5 million left. Hard to tell. Pretty good sized corn pile. We got 2 pits for now, but trucks will be starting to come in at 8 o'clock, so then we're gonna be down to 1 pit. That's kind of been slowing us up quite a bit. We did work on chunks yesterday. I had a little bit of that on the video yesterday. The ice is 6 to 8 inches thick up on top of the tarp, so we had to go up there and break that down. You can see the pile of ice over there in the tarp. It's a lot of ice on top of that thing. Really windy today, blowing in some rain. February. That's not good. Get the corn all wet, add to the moisture from the snow and the rain. But like they say, it is what it is. You gotta deal with it. Still swinging corn. Monday, I think it's, I don't even know, 7th of February. Same thing, trucks in one line, wagons in the other. Got James running tractor today, filling in. Kind of nice to have an extra guy when we're running 12 hours. Hey up, Kobe's honking his horn at me, says I'm on my phone, wasn't paying attention. Been sitting there waiting for wagons. And he's honking the horn at the boss. I guess I deserved it. Thanks, Kobe, for putting me in line. Hurry up, fill you, and wait again. Come on. Another day, another day. Really windy today. Hard to blowing it right out of the bucket. I don't know if you can see that, but it's blowing it right off the bucket. This corn's really dusty in the middle. Sounds like most of it's going for cattle feed, if not all of it. It's going to take 5 trains to hold this pile, 500-car trains. I think there's about 400,000 per train. And then they've got another 800,000 coming in from trucks, so they got a lot of corn to move. Trucks are already here. Lined up at 6:30 this morning. Wish they would shut those off so we could just have both pits for the pile, but I guess as a business they want to bring in as much corn as they can. Got Chad running the skid loader today, picking snow chunks out of there. Rock bucket works good for that. Corn, most of the corn falls through it. Saves a lot of picking at the pit. Chunks of snow and ice. The rest of this is looking pretty good though. After we broke the Corey and the guys broke all that ice off the tarp, that really helped a lot. For the most part the corn's in pretty good shape, but this is what we're dealing with. Snow chunks coming off the tarp. Slid off the tarp into the corn. Little chunks of ice. That's why they got to run it through the dryer. We're getting there. One day at a time. Shutting down one pit to work on a gearbox. Never good. Now we got trucks and pile corn going in one pit. Got into some really dusty stuff today. Center of the pile where all the broken chips and FM and bees wings in the middle. Hard to see when the wagon's full sometimes. Plus I gotta blow out the radiator once in a while. Plugs up with bees wings. I don't know what you guys call them, red eye, bees wings. But it seems like there's a lot more of them lately than there used to be. Some of the crust is coming down from the top of the pile too. A little bit of chunks, but by the time it goes through the dryer, you won't see it. It'll be gone, blend right in. Like I said before, I believe this whole pile is going south to Texas and west, I believe. I think I said east before, but I think it's going west for cattle feed. So I think they had a short crop out there, so it's all going on rail. All for cow chow. Today's things to watch out for is this two guide wires that they've got. I don't know if you can see that. Two wires going up there to the tower. That's what they pull a tarp up with. And they put a tarp on it, and it's very easy to hit that with the excavator because it is not very high. That's always something you got to keep an eye on, or you're going to tear that whole thing down, which would not be good. Another slow day. Getting into the middle of the pile where all the FM is, getting pretty dusty. But you take 2 million bushels. If you had 2 million bushels in a bin, man, just think of all the FM in the middle of that. That bin would be hard to unload. Right there is a must-have for corn pile. Milwaukee leaf blower. Blow off the radiator and the windows. Works good. Highly recommend it every time you do a corn pile. Get a Milwaukee. Fits right in the cab.
16.
Fits right in the cab, right next to the Mountain Dew.
10-4.
Right back there, right by the lunch pail. Good morning from the corn pile. Got Brad over there moving more snow, working on more tarp removal. And I'm right on the edge of the pile today. And I can only swing one way because I've got these wires here. It's making the day pretty interesting. Hit those wires and knock that whole tower down, that would be a bad day. So we're having to wiggle ourselves through this little opening here between the fan. Then I got a tube aeration fan bucket in my way, trying to squeeze through here between this and the pole. So it's been a lot of finagling this morning. Hopefully we can get up on the pad pretty soon so we can load faster. Right now I'm trying not to spill too much on the outside of the pad. So off to a good start. Oh, and the trucks are all here too, taking the other pit. Well, the good news for today is they got a train in, 109 car train. So that'll take up a little over 400,000 bushels, make room in the elevator so we can keep going on the pile. That's good. Spring's coming, we got some farming to do. It's gonna come fast. February always goes fast. Sunny. See that? Haven't seen that in days. It's actually pretty nice out too. Wind's not blowing 50 mile an hour. We better enjoy it while we can. Well, we got Rye Farms hauling in grain today. We got second shift. James and Colby are here now running tractor. Morning. Another nice warm day today. Waiting for people to get here today. They aren't late, I just am early. Scraped up a little bit. Getting ready. They loaded train till 1 a.m. this morning, so they're probably gonna be a little slow at the elevator today. Looks like everybody's a little sluggish this morning after loading train. 7:30. Supposed to be running at 7. They just pulled their first wagon in. Gonna be one of those days, maybe? Well, I got a break from the pile today. I'm gonna try out my new-to-me truck and the trailer I just got last night. All some corn. Got bills to pay, man, March 1st, so landlords want their rent. Loading her up. I guess we'll put her right to the stress test right away. Fill her up, see if she's gonna break. Warranty. Now Max and I are waiting in line. We're one of the trucks clogging today from the pile. I got relieved from the pile, so now I'm trying to deliver my own corn here. Taking up one of the pits. It's kind of real messy back here, getting my truck all dirty.